Why is king crab so expensive? In order for us to understand why it's so expensive, we first need to look at what it is exactly. King crab is basically a type of crab. However, they are not your typical crab species. There are many different subspecies of king crab, but the popular ones are the blue king crab, gold king crab, and the red king crab. They live off of northern Alaska and the Pacific Ocean. Some king crab species also live in the Barents Sea just off of Russia and Norway. They can grow to a width of 11 inches and have a leg span of up to 6 feet. King crab has a rich, meaty, tender, and sweetness taste to them. Kind of similar to lobster, but better. Prices of king crab can range up to $50 to $96 a pound. Yes, this is how much king crab costs where I live. With all this in mind, why are they so expensive then? The real reason is that catching king crab is a very time-consuming and dangerous task to do. Remember how I said that most king crab species live up in Alaska? Well, up in Alaska, it's very cold and very remote. Plus, the seas up in those areas are very rough and dangerous. Despite this, fishermen are out harvesting for king crab for up to 3 to 4 weeks at a time. These workers can work up to 18 hours a day in these cold and brutal conditions. Plus, it's actually not uncommon for fishermen to die out at sea due to hypothermia or drowning. Plus, in order to catch king crab, you can't just throw a net out at sea and hope for the best. You need to use a device what's called a pot. A pot is a steel frame trap cage that is lowered into the sea by a whole hydraulic system where it stays under the sea for about a day or two. The crabs are then lured and baited into these traps. These pots can weigh up to 600 pounds, so using these hydraulic systems is necessary. Plus, these hydraulic systems are very expensive to use. King crab also doesn't just hang out by the surface of the ocean. Their average depth ranges from 120 feet to up to 1,000 feet below the surface, which already adds that much more difficulty in order to catch them. If you are interested in being a king crab fisherman, know that your salary will range from $50,000 to $65,000 a year US. If you are the captain of the boat, however, your salary will range from $100,000 to $200,000 a year. On top of this, king crab has a very short season, specifically from October to February. With all this in mind, along with its rich taste and dangerous tasks to catch them, there is also a very high demand for king crab, which further increases its price. King crab is also not farmed, so everything has to be caught at sea in the wild. Follow me for more food videos like this.